Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to another dinosaur related video. I'm noticing a pattern here. But anyways, I've got yet another great prehistoric channel to share with you all today. And I don't think I need to explain how or why I know them. You should know the story by this point, but if you don't, well... Not long after feeling incredibly ripped off by Jurassic World Dominion, I took a break from the Jurassic franchise and looked to other outlets to scratch my dinosaur itch, and I found myself watching a little channel known as Raptor Writes. I've done a whole video on them already, so check that out if you want. But to sum it all up, it was thanks to him that my interest in real-life paleontology and other paleo media in general had been reinvigorated. And from there, the floodgates were opened, meaning I discovered plenty of other new YouTubers devoted to this topic. But out of all of them, one in particular stood out to me far more than any other, and I kept on returning to them again and again, before finally deciding to take the plunge and talk about them here. I'm of course referring to none other than the sail-backed dino figure reviewer himself, SpinoDude. So, as you just heard from that little intro there, SpinoDude, aka David, is a casual New English YouTuber who specializes in reviewing various dinosaur figures that he collects. Most of his content consists of these well-edited reviews and showcases, taking any old or new item from his collection, from the most well-crafted art pieces to the most unholy abominations, and sharing what he likes or dislikes about them, and perhaps giving recommendations to his viewers. Really is as simple as that. And guess what, guys? I absolutely eat these things up. SpinoDude shows such a deep level of respect and appreciation for these items, and towards the magnificent animals that they were based off of.
The head is pretty much a spitting image of Zuul's skull, which is complete with glossy black eyes and even paint on the interior of the tiny mouth. Also, it looks absolutely adorable from this angle. But one part of this sculpt that I'm really excited to bring attention to is the tail club. When I first saw this tail in hand, I was like, whoa, it's asymmetrical. Was that a sculpting mistake or something? But the longer I looked at it, the more intentional the asymmetry looked. And upon further research into the animal itself, I found that the holotype specimen of Zuul actually had an asymmetrical tail club that looks identical to this. How cool is that?
Dinosaur models are to him the same way how Disney Cars diecasts are to me. While we're on the topic of me, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of this, but I actually did at one point collect dinosaur figures myself. More specifically, the Schleck releases from about 2014 or so, and prior to that I just attained some safari items and typical Walmart Chinasaurs and stuff. Eventually I stopped due to some stores in my area selling them closing down, and because I have other things to spend my money on. However, I never would have expected myself to become so interested in this hobby again. Not really in terms of collecting for myself like I did back in the day, but just learning more about it, the different brands supporting it and their respective lines, and the types of things to keep an eye out for on their products, like dry brushing or sculpting mistakes. It's something I didn't think I'd be so intrigued by, but listening to David discussing his thoughts, like if he prefers style over accuracy, is very entertaining. So much of his feedback can be quite useful and informative too, both to the figure's designers and to new collectors as well. Now, out of the potentially hundreds of dino figure reviewing channels out there, this one just clicks with me more than any other, and I can't exactly pinpoint why. Is it his smooth, crisp style of presentation? His pleasant, laid-back, yet still goofy and fun tone of voice? Could it really just be the music he uses at the end of each video? I really genuinely don't know. whatever the reason, SpinoDude's videos just have this vibe that can't really be replaced or replicated, and I'm starting to think that that's primarily why I keep returning to them. Obviously, the typical reviews are not the only content David makes. You've also got all kinds of other weird yet enjoyable one-offs. There's also the SpinoCast, which I'm hoping to see more of soon, with PP2 coming out not long from now. I know what I just said there, shut up. But probably his most iconic series of all is none other than the worst dinosaur toys. These are essentially unscripted journeys into madness, where he and maybe a few friends pull up some listings from AliExpress.com and check out some of the most bizarre, most unorthodox, most poorly made, hilariously named dinosaur playthings out on the market. These were actually my first exposure to his channel, and I have vivid memories of stumbling upon them while on a Florida road trip with my family last year. And dang, they were a good first impression. I mean, who could forget such untouchable classics like Deer Baby, High Angle Beef Dragon, Kang Wong, Augustin, Saber Wolf, Parasite, Polar Bear, Methylprednisolone, Big Needle Nailing Dragon, Opabin Sea Scorpion, the Giant Specimens, whatever this thing is, Mr. Sauriosaurid, Minigun Wielding Wookiee Action Tyrannosaurus that can break it down and have a dance party whenever it feels like it, and of course, Dang's Fish.
Dang's fish. Another Dang's fish. Oh, we got some more Dang's fish.
Here we have, Dunfish.
Dunfish. Dang's fish.
Dang's fish.
Dang's fish. Dang's fish.
Dang's fish.
Dang's fish. Dang's fish. Dang's fish.
Heck, I even came across some of these weird knockoff things in person one time at a Cracker Barrel. That was really something. Anyways, these are probably my favorite videos from him. Sure, they may end up becoming a bit too stale for David himself someday, but man oh man, I'm always very excited for when the next episode comes out, as they never, ever fail to make me laugh. You know what? Here's some examples as to why. Enjoy.
Camel Brachiosaurus.
A package. 6 trumpets.
Project Perimeter's brand name Global Fun Hood. Fierce and cute, you will like me. You recognize I am cute. Kylosaurus is a plant-eating, full-body stuffed dinosaur.
Like a turkey.
A plant rich in fiber. Kids who love to play with dinosaurs, be more creative.
All you basic kids all play. You need to be more creative than Dinosaur.
Don't buy our products. Be more creative. Mafia Island Whale Shark and be more
Island whale shark.
What? Feather Dragon. It has no feather.
Nail dragon.
Wrist Dragon.
Wrist dragon.
Oh my gosh! Unicornosaurus!
Unicornosaurus.
Oh my
Now
gosh,
that's one
man.
that can't be translation. That they chose that. They looked at it and they named it.
Pressing the switch will make a realistic roar and put the baby in the moment.
Oh, I love putting the baby in the moment. Oh, the music! I'm gonna clap this.
Oh, look at him go! Do 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 do.
It's a deformation.
Shenji, get in the deformation. It's time for 2 changes. Is it cute? Shop now. That is the worst paint job I've ever seen.
Roll down, roll out.
Rock climbing, rock climbing, rock climbing. Excavator.
Excavator.
Boom! Boom! Also, Jesse took something from my shelf. Give me back my Stegosaurus, you tiny mama. Come here. Yeah.
Look, a vampire. He even comes with a vampire.
Naruto. Soft rubber, smooth. The dinosaur. Security. Why is there a... Okay.
Okay, now I think is a good time for me to bring up a question that I've been asking myself a lot lately. That being, which of these 2 new dino channels do I prefer? The red Raptor or the blue Spino? Honestly, for me, it's kind of a toss-up, or really based on my mood, I guess. Both of them are wonderful, and you really can't go wrong with either one of them. And to be completely real with y'all, I really don't want to pick one or the other here. It's not like I'd really need to anyway, right? Regardless of which of the two I prefer, Mr. Spino Dino Rhino here is without a doubt a channel worth giving a look. I mean, come on, dinosaurs were potentially the coolest things that the natural world could have given us, and SpinoDude's videos gracefully encapsulate that. A criminally undersubscribed channel, one that I'm happy to call a new favorite of mine. The discovery of him and Red Raptor was definitely a big highlight of 2022 for me, and that's really saying something. God, I don't know what else to say other than I love this channel, man. David's work is oozing with wholesomeness, hilariosity, and passion. Isn't that right, Jeff Goldblum? And I think that's gonna do it for today's video. I know it was a shorter one than usual, but don't worry, as I've got bigger and better things on the way for you all. But until then, make sure to give SpinoDude some much-deserved attention if he's enticing you. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Take care and, bye-bye!